When I first tried this skin tint, it really took me by surprise. This is the Makeup Forever Super Boost Skin Tint, and I didn't have an expectation for it, but wow. This melts into your skin, it evens out your skin tone, and it just gives you this really healthy, natural glow. In this video, I'll walk you through the texture, coverage, wear test, who I think this would work best for, and whether it's worth grabbing for summer. Okay, so we have to start by talking about the formula of this. So it's very hydrating and plumping, and it has a buildable sheer to medium coverage. So the texture is a silky serum-like gel. It's very lightweight and it glides on effortlessly. And that was the thing that caught my eye when I first used this, was how gel-like the formula is. You can see as you apply it, it doesn't run down your face, which I love. So I prefer to use a brush to apply this, but you could use your fingers or even a beauty blender. Normally I would go in with a brush and then buff out any excess with a beauty blender, but because of this formula and how lightweight it is, I don't ever feel the need to go in with a beauty blender afterwards. And the formula is so streak free. You can see already how pretty and skin-like this looks. Now the way this blends is incredible. It's so seamless, and I would compare it to a serum that just melts into your skin. And you could see how much product I applied. I was able to do half my face. I love the way this looks. It's so natural, but there's no streakiness, no patchiness, and it just covers enough of my redness to make my skin look healthy. One of the best things about this was that I have not had any issues with this laying over top of my skincare or my SPF. There's been no pilling with it, which I'm so happy about. Before I do this side of the face, I really just want to show you the side-by-side comparison of no skin tint versus with the skin tint. I think the finish on this is everything. It's a very understated radiance, so it's more of like a refined glow than I'd say full-on dewy. I would definitely call it a very skin-first look. As you can see, the coverage is very light, but it gives me just enough to cover up the redness in my cheek and my texture. Definitely, if you want something more lightweight or a foundation alternative for summer, this would be so perfect for that. You can also build this up to a medium coverage if you want. For me, this is the perfect amount of coverage, especially for a skin tint. I don't want really heavy coverage. Otherwise, I would just wear a foundation. I just think this looks so pretty on my skin. And as I mentioned earlier, I haven't had any issues with how this lays on top of my skincare or my SPF. And the same thing goes for any products that I put on top. So blush, bronzer, it all lays so beautifully, and I've gotten zero pilling. So as far as wear test goes, I've worn this on long days, hot days. I've worn it hiking, and it's held up really, really well. I haven't noticed it fading or melting off my skin in any way, which I have experienced with other skin tints and foundations. So I would say the way this wears is very impressive. I also have very dry skin, and I find that my skin still feels fresh and comfortable by the end of the day. But most importantly, I don't notice it settle into any of my fine lines or dry patches, which is so, so important to me. Now, if you have oily skin, I think you could set this with a powder, or you could mix it with a lighter matte product, but either way, I think it'll stay put. Overall, I think I've made it very clear that this is a summer staple for me. My skin feels very hydrated and radiant, and it really leans towards that clean girl aesthetic that I really love. I did wear my hair up, and I wore a little summer shirt just so I could show you, like, for me, this is the perfect look for summer. So yes, this will be making its way into my rotation, especially as the weather gets warmer this summer. So if you're looking for a skin tint that gives you a skin first look, a soft, radiant glow, light coverage, but all day wear, this is a really good one. Let me know if you've tried this or what your current favorite base is. I'd love to know. And if you want to see my top 5 skin tints for summer, I'll put the video here. If you found this helpful, be sure to like and subscribe. I have a lot more summer beauty reviews coming out soon. And if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching.